Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this. By a very special guest who I hope is not going to get in an accident right now, and that is Alabama head coach Nate Oats. Nate, you cut down some nets last night, man. You made the Final Four. How are we feeling today?
Shoot, pretty ecstatic. It's kind of crazy. Not too long ago, as a high school coach, crashing on floors at the Final Four, just trying to rub elbows with some coaches. Now all of a sudden we're coaching in it, so yeah, it's a little surreal, to be honest with you.
Hey, Rob, Nate years ago was one of those guys who would annoy me at the pump party. He was one of those guys that would annoy me looking for a job, being a pain in the ass. Now he won't even show up at the pump party and he can't.
No, I'm definitely not showing up at that party. That's not true. I knew you couldn't help me get a job, but yeah, I definitely was trying to connect with people, and I'm for sure not showing up at the pump party this year.
Nate, you look at this contrast in your two teams you had last year, all the hype, all the NBA, everything that goes with it. Then you come into this year, not as much hype, considered not as much talent. What's the difference? What brought this group together that's being able to close the show, get to the Final Four, and have a chance at winning a national championship that last year's team couldn't do?
I do think this group came together really close. Not that last year's wasn't. Hey, you know what? Last year's, Brandon wasn't healthy in the tournament. Brandon was unbelievable all year, and then he had the groin issue, a groin injury. So, we didn't shoot it well in that Sweet 16 game. So, with the one-game elimination tournament, it's hard. Sometimes you got a really good group, and they just don't win in that one game. So, I think this year's group's really come together. They're playing their most together basketball. We're definitely playing our best basketball these last 2 weeks. So, I think Sears' leadership's come around. I think Nick Pringle's leadership's really come around, and then we've had different guys step up. I mean, we've been encouraging. We've got a really good group of guys that I don't think wants to end the season. They want to keep playing together. And, Mo Diabate, freshman, steps up big in the Grand Canyon game, and Grant Nelson was huge in the Carolina game. Jaron Stevenson was huge, last night. I mean, good kid freshman goes 5 of 8 from 3, still supposed to be a senior in high school. So just had different guys step up, and these guys have really encouraged each other. I mean, kids struggling, and their teammates have been great at just kind of encouraging each other to be great.
Nate, I wanted to ask you about Grant Nelson because the question for you guys all year has been the defensive end of the floor, right? I don't think I'm breaking any news here. He's had 9 blocks the last 3 games. He had 12 rebounds against North Carolina in a game where you needed to be able to get on the glass. What has he provided over the course of the last 2 weeks that has kind of changed for you guys?
You know what? He's gotten healthy too. He said this is the best his knee's been feeling all year. He's been fighting a little bit of a groin injury, and that's coming around. Our trainer's done a good job getting him healthy, but he's also gotten a little confidence. I think, he hasn't played high major basketball. He's super talented, but he hasn't played this level of basketball. While they may have played a couple high major teams every year, it hasn't been a night to night to night basis. I think he's getting used to the level of competition and getting healthy. And then we've also put him in a little bit different role where he's been, Pringle's been playing the 5, and he's kind of been helping more, and he's probably a better help defender, blocking shots as a help guy, or a switch guy under the guards. He had the big block at the end of the Carolina game when he got switched on to RJ Davis. So, yeah, he's big. Somebody told me the stat line he put up against Carolina, 24, 12, and 5 blocks. I think there's only been 3 other players in the history of the NCAA tournament to get it. I think it was like Shaq, Tim Duncan, and Channing Frye. So not bad company to be in.
Shaq, Tim Duncan, Grant Nelson. That's what I always think about when I think about Grant Nelson.
We've been using you guys. Listen, let me say this. I appreciate you guys doing this. What is this, a podcast? I don't even know what we call it. It's not a podcast. What do we call this thing?
Show. It's a show. It's a real effing show.
we've been using your show highlights every game for our pregame motivation because you just keep ripping our defense and how soft our guys are. And I think so if you could continuously every night give us more quotes about how UConn's going to destroy us and we got no chance, like
I'll give you
put it on
something
the
right now,
pregame
Nate.
game.
Nate, I'm going to give it to you right now. I'm going to do it right now to you so you can take it right now. I think UConn is going to blow you guys out. I think they may win by 40. Again, I'm not sure that you're going to – listen, that 30-0 run we saw UConn do yesterday, that might pale in comparison to what – no. Listen, you've known Dan Hurley a long time and the Hurley brothers, right? You helped deliver
That's
E.C.
good.
Matthews.
I like that
Was
soundbite.
that good?
Yeah, I did.
You liked that? Okay.
That was perfect. Yeah,
Let's go to your
What was that?
relationship with the Hurleys, because you're similar to the Hurleys in a lot of ways. You are. You wear your emotions in your sleeve. You don't give a shit about what you say. Danny doesn't. You help get E.C. Matthews, who you coached, to URI, which in turn you should tell Dan he would have never gotten a UConn job without E.C. You coach with Bobby. Bobby leaves. You get the Buffalo job. Then you get Alabama. There's a lot of connections here to the Hurley brothers. Give me a good story about Dan and you. And I know if you know the Hurleys, you've gotten into it with the Hurleys at some point.
Yeah, I will. There's plenty of stories. Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, look, man, I love Bobby and Danny both. I talked to Bobby this morning. He's great. And you know, if it wasn't for Bobby, I wouldn't be here. Really, if it wasn't for Danny, because Danny got Bobby in. So if it wasn't for the two of them, I wouldn't be here. But like you said, they wear their emotions on their sleeves. I do too. So I've said things that I'm sure they didn't appreciate, and they let me know about it. And you just
I can't wait,
keep it moving.
Nate. I cannot wait till the two of you are on the podium. I would like to get the two of you. I don't remember how the news conferences work in the Final Four. They kind of change them every year. Thursday, I think it's just coaches. I hope the two of you are up there together. If you're not, I'm going to protest. I got to try to get the two of you next to each other because the amount of traffic back and forth, it would be awesome.
They don't put this isn't boxing. They don't put the two coaches up there together at the same time. Like,
They got celebrity matches. They got celebrity matches right now.
Wait, Nate. If it were a UFC fight, you against Danny Hurley, who wins?
Listen, I feel like Danny grew up in Jersey City. He's got a little of that Jersey City toughness. I ain't going to say he's going to win because that makes me look soft as can be. I feel like I'm in better shape. He had some neck issues and can't lift anymore, so I don't think he'd put himself at risk. So he's gonna opt out when he was healthy. He's a Jersey City guy. I'm gonna talk around it a little bit.
Good move. We're still gonna use it. And get it out there. And Danny's gonna use it somehow as motivation.
I didn't say I'd win. I just said he's got some neck issues and can't work out like he used to work out. So he would probably opt out of the fight.
All right. Well, Nate, listen, man, we appreciate the time. Congratulations again on the win, getting to the Final Four. Looking forward to seeing you in Phoenix, man. It's you're not even going to be able to go to the pump party this year because you're going to actually be coaching there. So you don't even have to worry about it. It's going to be the first time for you. You don't have to worry about Goodman schmoozing with you at the pump party. So,
but you won't see me with a Hummel jersey at the pump party.
He's going to be running because every assistant in the country is trying to get a job on his staff so they can get a head coaching job. Like, that's what's going on. He's ducking coaches.
The good thing about last year when I had 3 assistant openings, I had to try to go incognito everywhere, phone to the ear. This year I'm coaching. They'd be idiots to be trying to hit me up while I'm still coaching. You can put it on there right now. If you want an assistant job with me and you hit me up while I'm still trying to win games, asking for an interview, just cross your name off the list. That should help me. Yeah, done. Period. That's one of the stories with the Hurleys. That happened with when Bob got the job and I hit Danny up telling him congratulations, he's like, Nate, the body's still warm. You know, this is my brother that left. All these people hitting me up, job opening, dead to me. Like, so I didn't hit him up for a job opening. I just said, congrats. You've got 2 former assistants, head coaching jobs, 3 years in the business. Great job. You know, EC's still all in on URI. You know, we'll talk soon. Then he calls me up.
I like how
I didn't
you
hit
said
him up for a job.
I like how you said that Danny Hurley got you in the business. We all know it was EC Matthews that got you in the business, right?
I think between me and Dan, we should probably pay for EC's Final Four.
Yeah, you think?
Hotel,
I think so.
whatever EC needs. Between the 2 of us, we could probably afford it now.
Yes,
So,
I think so.
we probably need to get EC front center. Yeah, you know what? Shoot, he played for Dan. He played for me in high school. He played for Dan most recently. So
I mean, think about that.
might,
Think about he played for you 2 lunatics, and he's still able to dribble a basketball.
Listen, so
thank you for watching the Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field of 68 content.